Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. Do apologise for being 10 minutes late. You know, when stuff just pops up and you least expect it, it's like really helpful. But we are here for transfer talk, and we got plenty of stories to talk about. Plenty of stories to get our juices flowing today. But before we do that, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I cannot emphasize that enough. It really does help us, and it does. We appreciate every single one of them, and we get to know our subscribers. We want to know you. We want to get to know you. I could probably not. I couldn't tell you everyone's name off by heart. Jesus, that would kill me. But in terms of if they pop up, I can probably tell you what club they support. It's how much we pay attention. But let's get into the transfer talk, because that is what we are here to do today. And yes, some of the stories may well be bullshit, or some of it may be true. We are just here to cut through the crap. We're cutting through the crap. Then we put the link in the chat for you lot to come on and have your say. It's about your club, right? I support Plymouth Argyle. This is about your club. So really, I want to hear from you. I want your input on this. Do you think what we're talking about is A, realistic, and B, you want it to happen? But let's go through them as we start. So this is the first one. Manchester United's targets have been revealed. It looks like Manchester United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and John Myrtle have all come together to meet, and they have decided on 4 targets for Manchester United. They have decided on Pau Torres and Rafael Varane, which I think is a bit mad to get both, but whatever floats your boat, isn't it? Jadon Sancho, which I think is the worst kept secret in history, and Declan Rice, which, but if they can pick up Declan Rice, what a steal that would be. What a steal that would be. Lanzi saying Barca have signed Aguero. Again, if we're talking worst kept secret in history, that one could probably go up there as well. That's been widely reported, hasn't it? But that's United's end. That's what United are thinking. Chelsea have made Romelu Lukaku priority. We'll get more into that today as well. Arsenal have had a Bissouma boost. They're a bit more boosted about Bissouma. Again, I'll go into reasons why in a bit. Barcelona have offered Liverpool Philip Coutinho. Yes, it is a bit of a strange one. I'll dig deeper in that with you guys as well. And the last one is Kane and Jesus swap deal. Now, this has legs. I don't know why. I just feel that this will have some legs. Big legs. Big legs indeed. Footy Live saying all deals are possible for this summer. Yes, and obviously, as we reported yesterday, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer getting his new contract. It apparently is said in there that he's going to get 150 million net. So that's what the club are going to give Ole, right? Now, that doesn't mean that you don't sell maybe a Pogba or Martial. That then releases more funds. I mean, Donny is apparently going to sit down with United and be like, am I a footballer here, or do you want me to leave? Because he's starting to get a bit of a feeling that Ole doesn't quite want him at the club. But let's start with United, shall we? Because that is the first one. We'll do it in order of how they came up. Not Arsenal. United. Solskjaer and Myrtle met Thursday to discuss their summer recruitment strategy, with the pair eventually agreeing on 4 priority targets with the potential to move the club forward. The report claims that Jadon Sancho, Rafael Varane, Pau Torres, and Declan Rice are the quartet in question. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to get all of them. That means that Ole is quite like the idea of them 4. I don't know why Sven Botman's not on your list. I think Ole's a bit stupid for really not looking at Botman. Because what's the point of getting a Pau Torres when you could just get Botman? If you're going to get Varane, you've got the experience. You might as well get the inexperienced Botman and bring him to Old Trafford. It would make much more sense. But whatever floats your boat, because Pau Torres, in my opinion, is just another Harry Maguire. Slow. I mean, I'm not saying that Harry Maguire is a shit defender. What I'm saying is that Pau Torres doesn't really help the situation, because he's just another Harry Maguire, B-Tech version. Chelsea have made Romelu Lukaku priority. Thomas Tuchel is in the market for a striker as he plots for the Premier League title challenge next season. and sees Lukaku as a more realistic target than Harry Kane or Haaland. Lukaku's future is uncertain following Conte's departure and club financial struggles, which I hear. Manchester United are also interested in Kieran Trippier to provide competition for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That would be a good move, but you really need to get Brandon Williams out on loan, because there is a player in there. There is a player, but he needs to be playing. He needs game time. If he ain't going to get that United, he needs to go out on loan. That is for sure. Daniel just saying a gal painted himself blue. Arsenal fans having to do stupid things because they make stupid bets. That's a pretty standard thing, isn't it? Arsenal Bissouma boost. The Gunners are reportedly interested in 24-year-old midfielder as Arteta looks to improve upon the club's worst season in a generation. Arsenal have been atrocious. This season coming, big for Arsenal. No European football. They are technically now a mid-table team, right? Arsenal Football Club are a mid-table team. This season, that is what they are. They're not European. They're not a big club. Irrelevant, tiny, small club. They need to boost themselves right up. Bissouma is looking to be that guy. Bissouma is said to favour Arsenal over any other club, and Chief Executive Paul Barber is open to the player leaving. This is going to be big because of... It's big, but is it what Arsenal need? Because Bissouma's not a DM. I think he's more box-to-box, as is Thomas Partey. Who's holding for you? Who is holding? I've no idea. Then we'll go to Barca. Barcelona have offered Liverpool the chance to sign Coutinho. The Catalans have offered the Reds Coutinho to avoid forking out the 50 million they still owe Liverpool. One problem, the Reds sold that debt to a third party, so offering him is like offering him to any other club to raise funds. So essentially, done. And the last one, Harry Kane and Jesus. Tottenham could be tempted by a player and cash deal involving Harry Kane and Gabriel Jesus. Kane wants to leave in search for trophies, and City are front of the queue. Levy could be tempted with 70 million plus Jesus player deal, otherwise 150 million pounds cash upfront deal. So you've got two choices. You either try and do this player swap, or you're flat out 150 mil upfront done, which is a bit mad. Footy Live, Brandon Williams is looking likely to go to Southampton. I think that'll be a good move for him. He's definitely a good player, a very good player. Just needs to unlock his potential. Is this guy Fabrizio Romano in disguise? I am not. I am Niall. Arsenal have held talks with Bissouma. Bissouma's agent over a 3-year deal. West Ham are going to try and sign Adam Hulsek and Alex Kral this window. Footy Live, I work as a sports journalist and offer transfer news to fans. And what myself and colleagues find, we try to spread everywhere. Mate, I mean, keep up the hard work, and at some point, if you do ever want to collab, DM me, and I'm sure we can try and sort something. Because everything you've said so far, Arsenal, Bissouma, Brandon Williams, Southampton, United, Trippier, they are all legit ones. They are all legit ones. No, not you, Niall. Footy Live. Footy Live's done really well. So if Footy Live, if you do ever want to collab, DM me, and we'll definitely set something up, because you seem to know your stuff. Edgar, you'll never walk alone. Edgar obviously being our resident Twitch Liverpool fan. I think you might be the only Liverpool fan we've got on Twitch, though. I think you may genuinely be our only fan that we have on Twitch, from Liverpool anyway. Obviously, we've got United over there. We've got City. I've got a couple United actually on Twitch. It's quite mad. I told you I know my subscribers and followers for this channel. I am going to post a link into the chat. I'm going to do that right now. There is the StreamYard link. If any of you do want to come on, you've only got 2 viewers on Twitch. On Twitch, period. Yeah. Now we've got a lot more than that. Well, maybe not a lot more viewers. Obviously, that's a different story. Obviously, right now, but no, we've got a fair few. We got a fair few. But live now, you got me on Twitter. I did you last night after your stream, but I appreciate that. I definitely will be linking up with you because you know your shit, and it would be absolutely amazing to collab with you. Just like we collab with this one sometimes, don't we, Andrew?
That
idiot.
I actually have to get you on KH now. Reciprocate. So.
Egda don't like POTUS. Well, that's because POTUS is a United fan. I wouldn't expect you to do that.
POTUS, did you say?
Yeah. So basically, we've as you know, I know my viewers quite well, and I try to get to know them during the streams. It's the one beautiful thing about me because I'm amazing.
I've always said that privately.
I've always said you're equally as amazing as well. But POTUS is a United fan and Egda is a Liverpool fan, so they don't tend to agree over on Twitch. But it's all good fun and games. But Andrew, we've got 5 stories to talk about. What one would you like to pick out?
The Jesus for Kane and a bit of money.
That's a good shout. Yeah.
I do see a lot of swap deals plus cash instead of straight cash deals this summer, like it was last year. I don't know about Jesus though. It depends if what manager they get in. I mean, if Poch returns to Spurs, does he fancy Jesus? You know what I mean? Does he want that?
Mm-hmm.
Does he rather have all the money? I mean, is it apart from Spurs where you're going to have to? They'll say to Poch, you have to set the player because we're not going to give you as high a transfer budget as you think we're going to get. We're not going to give you all the Harry Kane money. If they want 200 million or 150 million for Harry Kane, you're not going to get all that money to spend. And you can see that happening at Spurs. You know, but it wasn't the fact that a player was swapping for Harry Kane. It was just the player itself, like Gabriel Jesus. It just went, okay, makes me. I mean, if I know he didn't play well at the weekend. But if it was like a Raheem Sterling or something, then I know he didn't play well. My mind would then go, okay, I can see where they're coming from. It's just Jesus. I think he's very average. And I think Son plays better in the front of the line when Harry Kane's out injured than you would have Gabriel Jesus. So I think Son is actually a better player than Gabriel Jesus in that position because he plays better. So that was the one that stood out. The other one, like Lukaku, this is just a stalling tactic really from Inter Milan. Want to probably get the new manager in, see who they can get. Because remember they need to pay off people as well. Need to pay money. Need to pay about 40 million to Man United for Lukaku as well. You can't pay the Hakimi fee. That's why he's being touted to PSG. I think Lukaku is the main one, the main striking target for Chelsea. I just think Kane negotiations will be too long, and Haaland's not moving this summer, unless something astronomical happens. But that's all.
I hear that. I do hear that. Some comments here. 2 Champions Leagues, not Euro Royal teammate. They're quite big now. They're quite big. Big up to Niall thank you for the support. Talking, not a problem, Velvish one, not a problem.
You know that,
big up Daniel, big up, thanks for the support, not a problem. If Chelsea are royalty, then what the fuck are Liverpool gods? Well, you could say that of English football, in terms of European anyway. But Daniel, what story do you want to talk about? We've got United's 4 transfer targets revealed, Chelsea making Lukaku priority, Harry Kane and Gabriel Jesus swap, Arsenal Bissouma boost, and Barca offering Coutinho to Liverpool.
Barcelona offering Coutinho to Liverpool?
Yep, they have.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about. What was the point of buying him and then buying him from Liverpool for 140 million and then giving him like a few years later?
Let me help you with that. If they play him one more time, they owe Liverpool £50 million and they can't afford to pay that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're saying probably taking him back for a very small fee, or maybe even a free now and say you can have him back because then we're going to pay you the rest of the money we promised you. You know what I mean? That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm sure Liverpool will be absolutely delighted about that.
It's like, no, but it makes sense, doesn't it, from Barcelona? Because look at all the free signings they're doing. You know, already.
Oh yeah, they are definitely not doing any money, are they?
No, exactly. It's all going on wages. They can't afford to pay transfer fees and wages at the moment. It's just wages they can afford.
I mean, it's not even like they're doing high wages, are they? They're going for possibly older players.
That's why Aguero's had to take a pay cut, right? To a measly 80 grand a week up there. How's he going to survive?
He's also quite shit, so that might be why he's had to take a pay cut.
Yeah. You're so harsh, no. You are so
I know, man.
You really are.
What? What did I say wrong there?
He's shit.
He is shit. I mean,
so harsh.
Look, he was good in the past, but right now he's just a bit poo. Like it's just factual. It's just facts. It's just pure facts.
You know what? Anyone new to this channel watching, that's not Niall being like that. He'll probably back that. He'll keep to that statement as well. He won't like backtrack or anything.
Yeah.
He'll keep to that,
I always say that.
Mm.
That's why I say Arsenal are an irrelevant club.
Well, yes.
Well, it's facts.
Right on the bottom. Actually, I want to sort that out. That don't look good. Lewis, what story did you want to talk about today?
The United 4 targets.
Yep. Do you know the 4 targets, or do you need me to read them out for you?
Declan Rice, Varane, Pau Torres, and Sancho, wasn't it?
Declan Rice, Pau Torres, Varane, Sancho, yes.
Yeah.
And Rice. Declan Rice.
The Sancho one's all but done, so that's not really
sort of, yeah.
Declan Rice, I don't know if he'll leave because obviously, yes, West Ham yes, he wants to play Champions League, but he's in the Europa League, and will he want to play that season with West Ham?
Money does talk. Money does talk.
Oh yeah, of course. But would West Ham be willing to let go their best player before a European campaign? I do not think so.
That's what I just said in terms of money talks.
Yeah.
There'll be money for Declan Rice to do it, and there'll be money for West Ham to do it. Like, we have to be real. Do we think that West Ham are going to go win the Europa League? I have doubts.
Possibly.
Exactly. So, well, not really, Daniel. That's the equivalent of saying Tottenham have a chance to win the Champions League. That's absolutely ridiculous. But that's what I mean in terms of money talks. Right?
You're talking here when David Moyes came out and said that they're probably not going to be willing to sell Rice for less than like 100 mil.
It'll be about 70 million. They're not idiots.
But Moyes came out about a few months ago and said it'll be something like between the price range of 80 and 100 mil for Declan Rice.
Yeah, but David Moyes does not control the transfers. That is the big men upstairs. Now, David Moyes
love a bit of cash, don't they? So
yeah, David Moyes. I mean? Look, I bet you if United walk up to West Ham and go, "Here's 80 million, we'll take Rice." Yeah. Bet you Sullivan and Gold are going. Yeah, maybe. They might do a bit of negotiating and whack it up to 90. They won't get 100, I'm sure of that. But you're telling me if they manage to get 90 million for Rice, that's a fucking good deal, that is. And the issue West Ham have got is not many clubs are looking at Rice apart from United now. Chelsea have moved to Tchouaméni, that's the one. Chelsea have moved over to Tchouaméni. Arsenal definitely won't be able to get him. I mean, West Ham are a bigger club than Arsenal now.
In Europe, so yeah.
Man City aren't really looking at him. They've got Rodri. They've kept Fernandinho for an extra year. So you've got all of this sort of stuff, haven't you? So if look, for me, if West Ham can get 80 plus million, then yeah, 100%. That's it. Pretty Live saying definitely now. I'm currently away on vacation for the week. However, later on in the window, we can do a transfer stream and I can bring our information to your show. I would absolutely love that. That would be amazing. I'll DM you and we'll sort of try and arrange something. There you go, guys. We work hard. That'll be a closed stream, just FYI. That'll be me with this guy, and you can ask your questions in the comments. But we'll definitely get something sorted for you guys very soon. But Lanzi, you're a West Ham fan. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because it appears as most people think I mean, I got called deluded yesterday by a Chelsea fan. I don't really understand why, but he's a bit of a tosser. But for me, what I'm saying is, if West Ham get 80+ million for Declan Rice, that's actually not a bad deal in the long run, is it?
No, 80 million, that can do a lot. But selling Rice is sort of the owner's way of saying, we don't back boys. We don't care what he wants. And
I hear that. But do you not think it could be, we've sold Rice, but here's 80 million to invest in your squad? You've got Souček, who's had a year now. We're going to go get another Souček to partner next to him. And that will be sort of trying to... And then you'd be like, let's say you spend 30 million on another Souček, maybe a younger one, to sort of bring in. And then they go, oh, Moisey, well, now you've got 50 million to go get yourself a couple of forwards or a centre-back. I mean, because you're not littered with money. I mean, let's face it, your owners are a bit shit, just like most owners in the Premier League. So 80 million would do you quite nicely, especially if they could negotiate 90. And potentially it could be 70+ Lingard, which would suit you lot down to a T, I think, there.
See, if we get 80 million, the owners will pocket about 30 of that. But if we sell Rice, the owners will have to go out and get a top striker, like an En-Nesyri.
Of course.
And then have to replace Rice with someone...
Hello, Tammy Abraham.
No.
Plus, actually, his price has gone up because he won the Champions League.
I didn't want Tammy Abraham in the first place.
Jesus Christ. That's mad.
An extra 30 million to each player they want to sell.
Oh, brilliant.
If United offer Lingard and 40 million, no. It'll be more than that. The only way West Ham let Rice go in part of a part cash deal is most likely 60+. I mean 60, and that is bare minimum. And you're going to have to negotiate that because West Ham are going to want more than that.
If West Ham take 40 million, it'd be Lingard plus probably another one or two players. That's the only way they take it.
Lanzi, would you take? Could you? United would probably have to pay a fair bit of his wages, but would you take Martial, Lingard, and 40 million?
Not Martial.
Really?
Not Martial.
No.
You wouldn't take Martial. What? Even if United stumped up for 70% of his wages?
No, wouldn't take him.
Why wouldn't he take Martial?
He's useless.
But who have you got there?
Actually, to be fair, I actually think Martial would quite suit you. I mean, if you could do it, I think he'd be one of your best players.
Coming off the left.
Because look at Lingard, right? Wasn't great at United, but because teams play a low block against United, it didn't really work for him. Whereas if you get him, you get Martial, low block, his pace with Lingard, fuck me, that's a strong team.
I tell you what, lads, you should be cheeky and say, okay, we'll take 40 million, but we want Van der Beek and Lingard. That's what you should say, because they're not playing. He doesn't want to play Van der Beek. He doesn't want to play Van der Beek.
Yeah. West Ham want to extend most of their player contracts.
If it's 4 million Lingard another player, I want Greenwood. I want Greenwood.
Oh, Lanzi, now you're just being ridiculous there. You're being utterly ridiculous. Tammy Abraham. Oh, this is interesting. Tammy Abraham is a target of RB Leipzig and Dortmund this summer. No talks as of yet.
I did hear Dortmund. I did hear Dortmund a week ago. I didn't hear RB Leipzig. Dortmund, that would suit Tammy does suit a type of profile for Dortmund. They like to go for a younger
Yeah.
Like 20, like between about 18 to 20, 24 type of player and build them up. Possibly sell them on. Same with Leipzig. Leipzig are a selling club. They build up their players and they sell them for a massive profit. They're going to make what, about 100 million for their 2 centre backs this summer. So it's like,
I think there's definitely legs to that, isn't there?
There is. I do think there is, and I think they're just waiting to sell Sancho, but they're waiting because United are preparing a bid. You know,
they're always preparing
50 million plus rights for Greenwood.
Oh my god!
You're right.
That's mad. No, that is. I don't know why you'd ever sell Greenwood. He is literally a generational talent within your team. But I mean, yeah, we'll just skip over that one because that one gives me heebie-jeebies. But no, that is. But
you follow him to West Ham, though, Niall, right? You'd follow him to West Ham.
I would, yeah. Obviously, I'd support West Ham a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm Greenwood FC.
Let's talk Hammers. That'll be the next show. Greenwood goes there.
Oh, it would. Fuck the United show. It'd be it'd be the Hammer show. 10 p.m. Friday night. RJ can do a United. If United carry on, RJ will be in charge.
Tell you what, that'd be
that's
a bit of a trick for you to go through the West Ham pictures when you do the quiz for the Hammer show. That'd be a bit
not even I'd know them.
What if West Ham next season? Will you make one?
What?
What if West Ham get top 6 next season? I know they won't, but
right, that's a bit on.
You don't have to have. So for this channel, there isn't a requirement for you to be in the top 6. Now, I'm not going to tell you all the teams that we're looking at doing shows for, but there's a couple of them that aren't even top 6. Like, I'm just chucking it out there. Look, I've been talking to some Newcastle fans. Maybe we're doing one of them. Like, you don't have to be a top 6 team, right? I can talk about Premier League in general. Footy Live saying Rafael Varane to Chelsea is possible. However, he is open to all offers as he wants a new challenge. Well, United are looking more, from what I've heard, United are looking at more Pau Torres, maybe Varane. But Footy Live, have you heard anything on Sven Botman to United? Because I've been doing a bit of scouting on that lad, and he would suit United down to the T. But I feel like United are going to go down a different route because that is too smart for them. That would be called smart negotiating and smart scouting, something I'm not sure United know actually how to do. But let's talk Arsenal actually. Let's do a little bit on Arsenal and Bissouma. Andrew, I'll get you a start off on this one. Apparently the Gunners have got a boost because obviously they're interested in him. Bissouma is apparently in favour of the Arsenal deal. Obviously, don't need to worry about Champions League football or European football because he'll just be moving from one sort of lower table side to a mid-table side. So it is an improvement for him. Do you see Bissouma to Arsenal being a move? And more importantly, do you see that fixing issues? Because for me, Bissouma's going to be more box to box in his career. I don't think he's going to be holding much.
No,
and Partey is also the same. So, I mean, Bissouma's a good player, but does it really fit what Arsenal need at this precise moment?
You're absolutely right. I don't think he's not a centre midfielder. He's more in he's only at the start of his career, so don't take me wrong. He's at a lower level of an N'Golo Kante. Type, maybe a bit like actually anyone remembers him, Michael Essien, possibly type a bit of player like Michael Essien, powerful runner with the ball, chips in now and again. I mean, I listen. It's a move that I can see happening. People say, "Oh, well, why does he want to go to Arsenal?" They are a higher profile club than Brighton, obviously. But then I read something about Liverpool possibly having interest in him, and if it's between Liverpool and Arsenal, then you're going to go to Liverpool no matter what. Because you can see him replacing Naby Keita, who's been just a disaster because of his injuries and everything, and moving him on, or trying to move him on and loan him out. But yeah, Bissouma would be a good addition. It doesn't cover the fact that they don't have, for me, a natural defensive midfielder. in that engine room. Like you say, Partey likes to go with the ball as well. Bissouma likes to go with the ball. So he's either going to have to change formation or he's going to have to rotate between those two and buy another DM. But yeah, Bissouma's a good move. 30 million might be a bit cheap. I mean, he's the sort of, you know what he reminds me of now? He's the sort of type of player that Leicester would buy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Even spending 30 million. Because if someone comes in for Ndidi and offers them 60 million or something like that, or 70 million, you can see themselves selling Ndidi and then purchasing a Bissouma type. But then, you know, it could happen. I mean, I can see it happening, but is that going to be enough for Arsenal fans getting Bissouma in? Do you know what I mean? Probably not.
I hear that. What we got here, Footy Live saying Jadon Sancho to United personal terms is completed and still agreed since last summer. Dortmund have put no deadline and have agreed by mutual consent to let Sancho go for 19 million euros.
They're just waiting for that prepared bid. They're waiting for that prepared bid.
See, on the deadline, I thought I saw is it Christian Falk? It was on the United stand. I think they've put a deadline of 3 weeks after the Euros or after England leave the Euros, because one of the two.
You cheeky bugger.
That's what Kristen said. I wasn't too impressed by hearing that.
That's what I mean. He's a cheeky bugger. He's a cheeky bugger.
Obviously, we're going to win. We're obviously winning the Euros, so we're going to be there right to the end. So I heard it was 3 weeks after, basically after his holiday, which would make a lot of sense.
No, why isn't it boring now? If his personal terms have been settled since last year, just put the bloody ball. Just put the bid in.
Now I'll explain, Andrew. I'll explain why they haven't done it yet. I'll explain it in a second. There's a reason why they haven't done it yet. Too many deal most done to Chelsea. The only thing holding up the deal is international clearance decision, as if he wants to play for Cameroon or France. Yeah, obviously Cameroon are lesser in the thing, so. All sorts
I'll take DJ's information quite seriously on that one.
So do I.
Yeah.
Velvishwan, am I the only player who doesn't want Bissouma? I prefer Aouar or Neuhaus.
Neuhaus. Yeah.
Neuhaus.
Maybe
I can't say I've watched Aouar or Neuhaus at all. Sven Botman is a player who is highly rated across Europe, and United have monitored him over the last 2 years. However, the deal was very unlikely this summer, as United have bigger priorities. Hold up. United need a centre back. I'm not having to go at you for live. Obviously, you just do the journalist bit. This is more United now. You need a fucking centre back. You dumb twats.
Is Footy Live saying though? Maybe the priorities instead. Maybe not Botman as a defender, but like you say, Varane or Pau Torres.
Well, yeah, but
defender. He might be now.
Yeah, but from what I've seen, the 4 targets are apparently Sancho, Varane, Pau Torres, and Declan Rice. Well, what's the bloody point of getting Pau Torres in when you're getting Varane in, right?
Yeah.
So why not go for Sven Botman, a younger player that you can rotate with Varane and Maguire, and play ahead of Lindelof for reasons which I'm sure we can all understand? That would make more sense. I mean, United, literally, Manchester United, if you want to be a big club again, just contact me at letstalkepl@outlook.com and I will be your director of football. It's actually a fucking easy job. Just give me the budget, I'll go negotiate, because you lot, fucking hell. You can have all the qualifications you've got, but you lot act like a bunch of absolute donkeys at sometimes. Absolute donkeys. Botman is better than the whole of United's defence. Well, he's not better than Maguire.
No.
Maguire's got much more experience. He's got over 400 games more experience. But Sven Botman is much better than Lindelof. Much better than Bailly.
Velv, I did hear he was better than Konate and Virgil van Dijk combined. That's what I know.
Well, the thing with Sven Botman is he has a higher ceiling than Matthias de Ligt. So the longer you allow this, the more expensive it's going to be. Save yourself a few quid and go get it. Unbelievable. Do you know what?
I'd be surprised if PSG goes for him. Do you know what I mean? Or PSG or like one of the German clubs goes for him.
like I'm only a football fan, but even I can. Oh my god.
Maybe Leipzig.
Oh, Ed
Back
Woodward is mind-boggling.
It's not Ed Woodward, is it? It's
Well,
Darren
fucking
Phillips.
whoever it is. They're whoever it is. They're just unbelievable.
Guys, they're still preparing that Sancho bid. They're still preparing that Sancho.
Oh yeah. On Sancho, actually, on Sancho, there's a reason why Sancho hasn't been done yet. And actually, you know, when I said that they were going to get done before the Euros, I didn't take this into account.
Which
So
Euros?
as you know, the Euros right now, the Euros that are happening right now. So there's a legit reason for this, and the minute I tell you, you're going to be like, oh yeah. So Manchester United, this is the last year that they're being sponsored by Chevrolet, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So they're moving to Team Viewer in July. Now, they're not going to want Sancho stood up holding a Manchester United shirt with Chevrolet on the front.
Right.
That shirt they don't need to sell.
Cool.
They're going to want him holding a shirt with Team Viewer on, because that's the shirt they need to sell. So the minute that sponsorship changes over, Sancho, I think, will be done.
So we'll probably see in July. Probably saying July 1st, right?
July. I think any deals for United will be done in July because they'll want the player holding up the new shirt.
Yeah. Probably making more money for the Glazers then.
Yeah. Big up to Hashtag in the chat. Kanate is better than Botman. Kenny is better than Velvishwan. Any more deals that do fans in the chat or the panel want to know about? Anything you guys want to know about?
Alex Crowell to West Ham. How close is that one?
I wouldn't even know.
Is it close?
Is it close, or are they just negotiating or whatever?
So Alex who?
Crowell. A Czech DM.
Well,
no
there you go.
surprises there.
You're definitely selling Declan Rice at some point then. Oh god. Who's
30 Live, I want to know if there's any rumours going on about Villa. So, earlier today I heard about rumours going on apparently saying that we are looking apparently going for Tammy Abraham and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Is that true, or are you not sure?
Oh man!
So, Lewis wants to know if Aston Villa are looking at Tammy Abraham and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Big up to Slem. Report saying that Southgate is preparing to drop Trump.
Yeah, I just read that.
What a
guys! When I read a comment, can we not all shout at each other? That wasn't you, Andrew. That was everyone else who jumps in and shouts when I try and ask a question. Do we know when Southgate is releasing his squad tomorrow?
Tomorrow, some point.
No, it'll probably be
probably
when was his provisional done? Last week. What time was that?
1 o'clock.
Probably the same time.
It'd probably be the same time, right? Probably the same time. Yeah. I mean
I'll have a look on Sky tomorrow.
I
want to do a video with the. I want to do a video with the whole thing. So if I don't bloody know, there's not a lot I can do about that.
It's very very strange.
It is. Velvishwan saying, "Did I hear Man U was sponsored by Dua Lipa?" No. Team Viewer. TEAMVIEWER.
Why do we sponsored by a singer?
Hashtag saying, "Did you see a gal go blue?" I have not seen
I
this
saw
picture.
that.
I have not seen this picture, but I have said that, you know, Arsenal fans having to do stupid things after making stupid bets is about what being an Arsenal fan is about.
It looks like a reject from an Avatar film. That's what he looked like. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Igal with 3 L's. Indeed. Hashtag saw that Igal also sung our song Blue is the Cut. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
He did.
He's a fake Arsenal fan. I'm joking. He's actually an Arsenal fan, but he's a bit shit. His opinions are a bit dodge. That's for sure. He reminds me of Kenny, does Igal. Some of the shit Kenny comes out with is utterly horrific. But what do you guys want to talk about? We got United, Chelsea.
He did keep his word, though. Now he did keep his word.
He did keep his word. I'll give him that. Hashtag saying Igal is pure Chelsea. He is. Do you know what?
Proper
I think we
Chelsea.
should get the hashtag
Chelsea.
Igal is proper Chelsea going.
I'm going to do that. You know what? I'm going to do that.
Just put hashtag Igal is proper Chelsea.
I'm going to do that. Yeah.
Lanzi, talk to me about Harry Kane and Gabriel Jesus. They're looking at a swap deal.
Well, that benefits Man City a lot more than it does Spurs.
Really?
I don't really rate Gabriel Jesus.
You're not the only one.
He's just bang average because he's great because he can do a few step overs. But
again, not one.
It's a weird one because how much money would they have to put on top? Would it be about 90 million on top of it?
Nah, so it looks like it'll be a 70 million plus Gabriel Jesus.
Right, Daniel Levy will probably want more.
I'm thinking he'll probably want 80 to 90, won't he?
I think he'll
realistically,
want 90 really.
Well, 80, 90, just dealing with semantics there, but one or two.
And then isn't Gabriel Jesus on quite high wages as well?
Oh yeah, Man City are definitely going to have to pay some of his wages for him. That's just facts. Although Footy Live has come back. West Ham are in talks with Alex Kral's agent and with Spartak Moscow. However, personal terms and 90% agreed final paperwork then just needs to be agreed. So that's fair. Aston Villa are not in for Abraham because of Watkins and Ruben Loftus-Cheek rumours are untrue. So that answers your question, Lewis. As I said, guys, I'm going to be looking at trying to collaborate with Footy Live. So we're going to potentially watch this space. That's all I'm going to say. Just watch this space. As we are definitely, and with the Euros, we can definitely fit it in. Or my diary's definitely opened up, shall I say, in terms of doing this sort of stuff. But now, Footy Live, massively appreciate that, and I will absolutely. If you're on vacation this week, I'll leave you to enjoy your vacation this week, and I'll get in contact with you early next week before the Euros, of course. But Max, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you want to talk about? We got United's 4 targets, Chelsea making Lukaku priority, Kane Jesus swap, Arsenal Bissouma, and Barca offering Coutinho to Liverpool.
I'd probably want to talk about either the Barca, Liverpool, and United's 4 targets because with Liverpool giving Barcelona Coutinho, it's a little bit weird for me to think that he's going to come back, because obviously they paid like 142 million pounds or whatever for him. They offered us last year or the year before. We said no. So I'm just a little bit curious of why he wants to come back or why they would think we'd want him back. Yes,
so
let me
read what I've got written down here. Barca have offered Liverpool the chance to sign Coutinho. The Catalans have offered the Reds Coutinho to avoid forking out the 50 million they still owe. One problem: the Reds sold their debt to a third party, so offering him is like offering him to any other club to raise funds. So basically, Barcelona are like, do you want him? Because they don't really want to pay for him. But I don't see Liverpool doing this.
Neither do I. I think he'd either stay at Barca or just fuck off somewhere else. Because I wouldn't mind him back. Because obviously we'll play as caterer or something. But I can't see Klopp going through with it or Henry going through with it because we've sold him to Barca. We did well in the Champions League in 2019, and it's just been up and down since then. I wouldn't, but if he does come back, great. We have more midfielders and we have more backups. if Kane gets injured again. But
let me just post it. Let me just show the people watching and the panel exactly what a gal looks like when he is a Chelsea fan.
Oh no!
He missed half his. Someone needs to. Do you know what? One of the Chelsea fans should have went to his house, just fully done it for him. He's missed half of his chest. I thought he was meant to look like a proper Smurf.
That was an earlier picture.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that was an earlier picture. A bit later on, he was more covered, I think.
Unbelievable.
Kept his word. That's you know what? Most people would have backed out or silent.
Hearing Arsenal is willing to sell Saliba for 15 million, Balogun for 15 million, and Martinelli for 30 million.
They just re-signed Balogun. They paid all that
Oh
stuff.
my god! If they sell Gabby, delete. Oh, Gabby, if they sell Martinelli for 30 million, deactivate Twitter because I will be coming for you.
Or become a Chelsea fan.
Absolute. Oh, mate, I will be.
Well, no, I'm coming for them because the most overhyped, and it's not his fault, the most overhyped player.
But do you know what? I feel for Martinelli because I really like the guy.
Me too. Yeah.
I like him. I think he's genuine. I think he's good. Mad. They have a lot of targets. However, they want Ronaldo type player to replace him and accept lesser role within the squad. As of yet, they have made targets, but no priority for this summer. Balogun 50 or 15. 1-5. If Footy Live is still there, maybe he'll be able to help with that. But if that is true, that is complete madness. I feel for Martinelli. I really like the guy.
Does Footy Live? Does Footy Live think Lukaku deal will go through, and when? That's what I want to know.
That's a good shout. Footy Live, if you are still watching, Andrew would like to know about Lukaku, and
does he think he'll go before the Euros or after the Euros?
Yeah, and then if you are, can you let me know if what I've said about Arsenal is correct? If that's true, then do you think Martinelli should go to United as backup to Rashford for the left wing? Sell Martial. If you can sell Martial for 40 or 50 million, and Arsenal are willing to sell Martinelli for 30 million, do you think United should go for him as a backup left winger to Rashford?
Do you know? I don't think United. Do you know who might go for him? I mean, dead serious, but I think Liverpool might go for him.
Velshwan just said that.
Yeah,
Martinelli comes to Liverpool.
Yeah, I think I didn't even see that. I'm not even looking at the chat. So, I think Liverpool might be in for him. That's the type of player they seem to go for. You know, because Thiago Alcantara was a big 180 because he was a superstar. And really, they get players who they turn into superstars. So Martinelli might be a possibility if he is. I mean, they're in all that fuss to re-sign Balogun as well. Yeah. All that work to then just put him up for sale. I mean,
for 15 mil.
That's weird.
Right, what have we got here? Balogun is a player who Arsenal want to loan out, not sell. Saliba, Martinelli, I haven't heard anything as of yet, but anything is possible. That's mad. That is mad. But guys, at some point, as I said, me and I am going to be trying to work with Footy Live at some point very soon. So when I have a date confirmed, and obviously massively appreciate Footy Live for offering that. When we get a date, I'll put a thing up. So watch out our Twitter at Let's Talk EPL_, because I'll be asking if there's any questions. It will be a closed show. It will be me with Footy Live, and what I will say is if there's any questions transfer related, of course, that you want to ask, send them to me and I will get them sorted for you, as well as the 950 questions I'll have. Because actually, as you well know,
let me just do some self-promotion here. Footy Live, if you want to come direct message me and Winter Surfer on part KHMA Filter, we're going to be doing transfer shows all over the summer as well. So if you want to drop me a DM as well, I'd like to have you on. So,
sorted. Andrew is actually a lovely guy as well, and so is Kyan. You obviously I don't comment in your comments because, to be frankly honest, when I'm watching other YouTubers, I'm normally there sorting out some of my own stuff. But I was watching some of your stuff. Oh my god, Kai is amazing. Love that guy. Absolutely love it. Says it as it is. That is my guy. That is my guy.
That's why he called it no filter. He called it no filter.
Yeah, I have. You can see why I like him, because I also have zero filter.
Yeah.
Somebody's fiddling with their mic. It's annoying. Please stop.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was Daniel.
It's my dodgy belly.
No,
your
no, it's your mic. It's really annoying. There you go. Thank you.
Well, if your belly's making that noise, you need to go to a vet or a mechanic. That's where you need to go.
Is it?
Making that.
No.
Is it mine?
It was Lewis.
Okay.
Sorry, just if the mic is continuing to be played with, just mute yourself and then unmute yourself when you want to talk. The viewers have asked.
They have demanded.
Is it true that Chelsea are giving Kante a new contract? I'm hoping that this is 100% happening. Martinelli should go to Ajax or Leipzig, where they develop youth.
He might actually Dortmund. Martinelli could do well at Dortmund.
That's their Sancho replacement.
And that's a good shout. Lukaku is priority for Chelsea after Haaland agreed to stay at Dortmund. Chelsea have opened talks with Federico Pastoli, Lukaku's agent, over a deal this summer. So
there was rumours that it
it's
was at the Champions League final.
What is it? What?
Well, not Lukaku, but the agent. Yeah,
the agent. I was just about to say Lukaku at the Champions League final. Loving it. Footy Live over Fabrizio. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Footy Live it's been lovely to have someone who knows, because I don't pretend to be an agent or a journalist, because I'm not. So I just get all the information that's out there. So to have someone who actually does it is massively helpful and hugely appreciated.
He needs to come up with his own thing. Like instead of like Fabrizio goes, here we go. He needs to come up with his own. His own model.
100% correct, and will be announced soon. He loves Chelsea. That's Kante, obviously. Kante was always going to have a new contract signed, wasn't he? And that was virtually a done deal. But yeah, for Eli, the minute you get a confirmation, you need to find a way of going, here we go, without saying here we go. You need to do that, because you're definitely better than Fabrizio. Fabrizio's not too bad, but it's Fabrizio, isn't it? Everyone knows Fabrizio. Also, the bit I like is I don't want to be going to these bigger journalists, because they always get loads of traction. It's actually the less known journalists that want to try and talk to, because at the end of the day, firstly, they probably know a bit more because they're either a bit more closer to a club or they just work harder. Niall, check the
I always like the ones that are linked closely to the club, or like you say, don't have a massive following.
It's not about money for them. They just like to do it, or maybe they pay for it.
Kenny, I'll look at that another time. But guys, we are going to wrap it up there. I'm actually having a day off. This was my only stream today. Although I will be on the First XI. I will be on the First XI at 6:30 doing EFL. But yeah, apart from that, I'm going to have a lovely, lovely day to myself. It's going to make me angry. I'll read it off stream then. So
was it about Man United, I'm guessing?
No, it's about the Super League, so I will handle that in a bit.
Oh, was it about what Aaron said? About the... doesn't matter.
No, it's not about what Aaron said. But yes, you'll find me on the First XI tonight at 6:30. But yeah, it's my only stream today. It's actually... I'm having one of them days where... Because I made myself a sort of deal that I would never miss a day of streaming, and I'm yet to do that at the moment. But... obviously, being it Monday and being that there's no football, I've actually not got anything to do, which is fucking lovely.
Wow.
So I'm actually going to go and relax for the rest of the day. And yes, that is that. As of yet, no Arsenal summer As of yet, no. Arsenal last summer, but it was last minute bid, and Leon didn't want to accept late on, and Aouar agreed to stay. I hear that. Great show as always, guys. Big up to you all, those in the comments and Footy Live especially. Yes, big up to Footy Live. Been absolutely fantastic to have you on, and I'll definitely be DMing you. I'm gonna let you have vacation. I'm gonna let you have your vacation. Then I'll speak to you early next week because I'm having the day off this week, and I'm taking a bit of an easier week this week. We'll obviously still be live for a lot of the days. We'll be live tomorrow. I'm going to try and hunt down this bloody announcement of when Southgate's doing that, so I'm going to be doing that. But tomorrow we'll obviously have Transfer Talk, as always, 3 p.m, always at 3 p.m. Tomorrow I might also be doing the Wine and Football show with Charlotte on her channel tomorrow, potentially. Wednesday, we've got Transfer Talk and England versus Australia watch-along at 7. Who the hell is...
Come on, guys, man. If you don't do that, Mike, come on.
England-Austria watch-along at 7:30 on Wednesday. Thursday looks like another quiet day for me. I'm quite excited about that. Friday, we're doing Transfer Talk and the England versus Portugal watch-along will be live at 6 p.m. And England show, the first England show this Friday, 9 p.m. If you get a DM, that will be what that's for. So I'm currently assembling one heck of a show for that one. Also, an interesting one for Saturday. So if you watched last night's Late Night Let's Talk, you would have heard that I am actually... So you remember how Sky Sports did that whole who was the best ever team, right?
Yeah.
What I've done is I've transferred how they did it, like a point system, and I'm going to be working out the best ever club. So which club is the elite of the elite? And it will solve all of these. Is London red? Is London blue? Is Manchester red? Is Manchester blue? Obviously, it's down to interpretation. But I'll put it this way: if London isn't blue yet, it definitely will be soon. That is for sure. Andrew's there, like, yeah, it will, bitches. Yeah, it will. And then obviously Sunday, plenty of watch-alongs: England, Romania, Luxembourg, Scotland, and later on that day we'll be doing Belgium, Croatia, because I want to have a little look at those Croatian bastards after what they did to us last time.
We just placed one of our. Because we've got 2 European cups, we can place them at either end of London now. Sort of like a book, like a book, like that.
Yeah, that's a good shout. That's a good shout.
Grab them both and good.
Great show. Keep up the great content. Keep up the content. Thank you so much for your kind words there. And Surf, I have obtained invisibility powers. And I'm currently behind you. Watch this invisibility punch. Brutal. But before we go, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel with notifications on if you have not done so already. But Max, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at YouTube _MaxTagHD. MaxTagHD on YouTube. I am putting a new video out now about Hull City Takeover. The new news has come out, and that is going to be disrupting our championship preparations a little bit. So that's going to be out within the next hour, and I might be over on the first XI. Who knows? I don't know just yet. And you can also find me on MaxTagHD official on Instagram.
Not even I know. Max, not even I know what's going on with the EFL show, because to be frankly honest, there's been no information. But yeah, if not, I mean, it won't be a long one this week. That's for fucking sure. Not because I don't want to. It's just because there's not really anything to talk about. But Lewis, where can they find you, mate?
You can find me on YouTube, Post Sports. Twitter, Lewis Play 160, and yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Lanzi, where can they find you?
At Lanzi2710 on Twitter.
Perfect. Daniel?
You can find me on Twitter at CSE Daniel MCG, and I'll be on here talking about England, hopefully, and the Euros.
Valshwan, DJ Sav saying peace everyone, London will always be blue. London is Mason Greenwood. See, that's a very factual comment there. Very factual. Breaking news, Guendouzi is joining Marseille. Did not know that, but that
he
that will
congratulate
probably,
Emery, didn't he? That's it.
yeah, Guendouzi. If that is true, we'll discuss that tomorrow. Edgar saying, find me on Twitch if you want. I need to follow. I'll follow you back. Actually, that makes it that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Where's my Twitch? There we go. But new stuff coming very, very soon. Potentially exciting stuff as well. So make sure you watch this space. But finally, but not least, Andrew, where can they find you?
I'll be in this stuff for Chelsea stuff, and whenever Niall needs me for the Euro stuff, whenever. Charles Strong TV shows on there. Bits and Bobs channel Tuesdays at 7 for the Corner and Cobham. You go to Winter Surf and links to the Nexus channel, it's the Geek channel, run with Prime and Will, and also KH and Filter Football. You'll find me on there as well. We're starting doing a bit more transfer shows and Euro shows coming up. And I don't know how it happened, but yesterday, and it's still growing, we're approaching our most viewed video ever. It's approaching 10K. So thank you very much. And you've got us all those new subscribers as well. So we really do appreciate it. So we're doing more stuff. So thank you very much.
Yes, do make sure you check out Andrew as well on KH No Filter. Always great stuff. Always great stuff. Why can't I? Do you know what? If I press that button, I don't bloody know. I don't bloody know. Although I need to work on Twitch better. I need to work out Twitch a lot more. It's one of them. It's very confusing. They sold him for 13 million euros. If that is true, that is a madness. And you can find me at Niall_PAFC if you do wish to talk to me on Twitter. And as I say, we are looking for more people to come onto the channel, especially to talk about your clubs in the new season for match reactions or your individual shows. So if you do want to be a part of that, do let me know. Follow me, DM me on Twitter, Niall_PAFC, or on our YouTube channels, Twitter, Let's Talk EPL _. And if you don't have Twitter, you can also email me at letstalkepl@outlook.com if you do wish to be a part of that. We can sort something out. But watch this space. New stuff will be coming very, very soon. Hopefully, I'm getting some new technology, so that will actually just make this channel even better than it already is. So watch this space. And as you saw with Footy Live, hopefully we're going to be sorting out something with him as well very soon. So massively appreciate it to everyone that's watched. We'll be back tomorrow with England squad announcement, transfer talk. Until then, thanks for watching, and have a good day, guys, because I'm having the day off. Bye-bye.